Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Rock Bottom Airsoft. Glad to see you again. If it's your first time here, it's good to see you. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this video today as promised, where we're going to be looking at unboxing this Specna Arms replica. If you are enjoying my series of videos, then don't forget to like the video and give me a subscribe. If you've got any suggestions on improvements I could make to my series of videos, I'd be happy to hear them. I'm quite new to the YouTube scene, so any suggestions or input you can give me would be much appreciated. So today, as the next step, we're going to do our first unboxing together. I'm quite excited. I've had this sat in my room for quite some time, where I keep all my replicas in the box. I've not opened it. I don't know what's in here. I've not seen it at all, so it should be quite interesting for us both to look at this together and see what we've got. Okay, so what do we have? Well, what I ordered was a Specna Arms Edge series, and it's the SA-E02 Edge. I paid £155 approximately for this. Having a look online, they range anywhere from 140 British pounds up to about 170 pounds, so there's quite a variation in pricing. This particular one, as I say, I paid 155. From all the reviews I've read, I've seen mixed reviews on them, so really I'm just going to have a look here and get my own opinion on it. If you do want one of these after you've seen this video, or if you're thinking about getting one of these, I'll leave a link in the description as to where you can buy one and where I got mine from. So let's get into it then. So let's have a look at the box first of all. It's quite a nice box. It's well marketed. Looks quite professional. Comes with a carry handle. Turn it around. They have images on the back here of all the different Edge series rifles that are available in the range. So yeah, that's quite nice. You've got all your warning notices that you always put on there. Most companies do that, but yeah, so it's quite a nice presented box. On the edge here, we do actually have a picture of the particular rifle that I've purchased, which is the E02, which is an M4 based replica. And then on this end of the box here, nothing really to speak of on there. So let's open it up and see what we're looking at in here. Okay, I'm going to open it facing you guys so you can see what we're actually looking at. Nice packing foam, everything nicely protected. Let's get rid of that. Okay, first thing I'm greeted with is a manual, a user manual from Specna Arms. It's a nice glossy manual. It seems good quality. Oh, there's some extras in here. That's quite a nice touch. We have a testing certificate to say that this has been passed for its general performance, package contents, external condition, so on and so forth. They've got a rough idea of your muzzle velocity. If you can make that out on camera there. This is a nice touch as well. I always like stickers. They've included some stickers there. No doubt some of those will end up on my rifle case or cases. So that's quite nice. A bit of an extra. And then we've got the manual itself, which again, it seems nicely presented. Let's have a flick here. Yeah, we've always got the favourites there. Don't shoot people with it, which obviously is what we do in airsoft, but we have all the proper protective gear on. Don't shoot yourself in the eye. Don't dismantle it. Just the usual warnings on there. A nice breakdown of the controls on the rifle. Instructions on how to use the quick change spring system, because I believe this does have quick change spring, which is nice. Instructions on how to install the batteries. So all the usual instructions that you would expect to get, but in a very nicely presented manner, which is good. Some of the replicas I've bought don't have quite so nice instruction manuals of this. It's very often just a sheet of paper with a few pictures on and some very broken English on there. But this one is quite a nice manual. So put that to one side. What is this here? Thank you for shopping. That's just an advert from the supplier. That is quite nice. We have a catalogue from Specna Arms. That's a catalogue. I've seen these before. It's just a catalogue that basically includes all the various items that they make and a list of their products. So yeah, by all means have a read through that one. I'll have a read through that later. What do we have here? This is a little card to say that it's got a 4th gen MOSFET, the SA-SR, which is manufactured by Gate. That's quite nice. It's got a troubleshooting card in there to tell you what the various lights mean on the LEDs. Self-tested, completed without error. That's the one that we're going to hopefully have. That's a green light. So yeah, by all means have a nosy at that. So we get that included. That's nice. Oh, you get loads of stuff in here. This is quite impressive. A lanyard strap. That's very nice. Specna Arms lanyard strap. Never had anything like that included with a replica before, so that's good. I like that. That to one side. What have we got here? Oh, well, that is superb. You get 2 magazines, 2 Specna Arms branded magazines. Seem like nice magazines. They're just polymer. And the mid caps. So that's superb. 2 mid cap magazines included with a replica. Quite nice magazines as well with the looks of them. Obviously I can do more extensive testing on those in the field and let you know how they get on for feeding and durability, but they certainly look nice. Yeah, nice magazines. And you get 2 of them, which is unusual. You don't usually get 2. Again, the packaging that they've included this replica in is quite impressive, really. It's really nice. Let's get this bubble wrap out of the way. And then we come to the main event, the rifle itself. Let's take it out of the box and we'll have a nosy. Okay, let's put this box to one side. So, the rifle itself feels very weighty. There's a lot of weight to it. It does seem well put together for the externals, certainly. The polymers feel nice. There's a little bit of a rattle in it. Not sure what the rattle's coming from on that. It's mainly the mock bolt release, the sling mount, and the polymer stock where we're getting our rattling from. Stock adjusts nicely. Don't seem to have any problems with that. Yeah, it's just a standard AR style stock. That's nice. The receivers on the rifle are full metal, which is also very nice. That's actually one of the reasons I bought this replica, because I do like the full metal receivers. It's a full metal sling mount for the rear. Charging handle, that's full metal. The carry handle, upper sight for the rear sight, that's full metal. Front sight's metal. Flash hider's metal. Bayonet point is metal. Sling mounts are metal. Trigger, that's metal. Buffer tube, should we check that out? That also appears to be metal. Castle nut's metal. Even the selector switch is metal. There's a nice solid click to it. Pistol grip, polymer. Handguard, polymer. Delta ring, that's metal. And your stock is polymer. So yeah, I mean, first impressions, I'm impressed with the way it looks. Looking at this side here, we do have, it's a licensed replica by Rock River Arms, and they've nicely engraved Rock River Arms in the lower receiver here, and the engravings are very nice. It's a very nice looking rifle, especially if you're going for the M4 style look. That is very nice. Just looking at some of the features on here, it's a quick release pistol grip, for changing your motor out. Remember I did a previous video on how to change your AR pattern replica motors. This one's slightly easier. Just press the tabs, flip the door up, and you're into the motor. You don't have to undo the 2 screws at the side. Hop up chamber. It's a rotary style hop up, which is nice. I always like the rotary style hop ups, but unfortunately it doesn't have an active bolt catch. The bolt catch is just for sure, and it is quite rattly. The stock is quite rattly. But first impressions, yeah, I'm very impressed with that rifle. It's very nice. The carry handle is removable to reveal a normal 20mm rail, so you can fit your optics of any kind. My actual plan for this rifle is to make a kind of black hawk down type replica. I might try and mount an aim point on top of the carry handle here, but overall, yeah, it's a nice looking rifle. With regard to the front handguard, there's a little bit of wobble in it, not a great deal of wobble, but yeah, you usually get a bit of wobble in those. A little bit of wobble on the buttstock. I might have to sort that out. I think that might get to me after a while. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll see how she sounds on firing. I'm not going to run it through the chrono because, as you know from my channel, my actual methodology for these videos is I won't really recommend anything I haven't tried in the field. Obviously at the moment I've not been able to use this in a game. I would like to preferably use it in a few games in different weather conditions and just see how it performs, and that's my ideal testing, just to see how it actually gets on when I'm using it in a game and see if it agrees with me. But it's certainly a nice looking replica, certainly something I can work with. So what we'll do is we'll put a battery in this and see how she turns over, see how she sounds, see if it sounds as good as it looks. The battery that we're going to use in this is a 7.4 volt LiPo. Ideally I tend to run my rifles on a 7.4. I do have some that I run on 11.1, as a lot of you may know, but today we'll be using a small battery, 1300 milliamp hour, 7.4 at 25C, just to see how she sounds really. Now I have previously cleared this rifle, so there are no BBs in this rifle. Obviously with no magazine in the rifle, we've taken that out. So let's have a look what's under the stock. Okay, put the stock to one side. Now this does have a MOSFET included. Now that is nice. We actually have what looks like good quality wiring, good quality joints. We've got the XASR gate MOSFET included, and you might have noticed this rifle comes standard wired to Deans. Now Deans, you might not have batteries that are wired to Deans. If that's the situation, then it's simply a case of using the included adapter. The adapter that they include is basically just a Deans to Mini Tamiya converter. Some of you may be more familiar with the Mini Tamiya, because that's usually what comes standard on most replicas. You usually get a Mini Tamiya. Most of your batteries will have a Mini Tamiya. As I say, most of all of my replicas I've converted to Deans connectors. So in my case, it's beautiful that they include Deans as standard. That's superb. In the case of if you don't have a Deans connector, it's not a problem. They include this adapter in the box, and all you can basically do is just connect the Deans connector onto the adapter and then plug your battery into the adapter. And I'm going to do a video in the future showing you exactly how to change your batteries and how to change your replicas to Deans connectors, but we'll go through that in another video, and that'll be a video on its own. That'll take us a little bit of time, but in the meantime, just for testing this, my battery is already converted to Deans, so we'll simply plug it in and we should get a green light. Well, that's a good start. If you remember from earlier, we got a card that troubleshoots the XASR, and if we have a look, green light means the self-test is okay. So we're off to a good start there. So let's see how she sounds with this 7.4 battery. We'll go for semi first. Semi sounds okay. Doesn't sound grindy. Sounds quite nice. We'll go for full auto. Well, it's quite a slow rate of fire, but no, it doesn't sound too bad. I'm quite pleased with how that rifle sounds. At some point, as with all my rifles, I'll end up opening this rifle up, having a look inside and seeing what they have actually done with the internals. Maybe give it a re-grease, maybe shim it myself, just to get it performing as well as it can perform. But as that sounds at the moment as standard, I think I'd be reasonably confident to take this out for a game and see how it performs. So as first impressions go, I'm impressed. Looking at some of the features of this rifle, obviously we've now seen that it comes MOSFET as standard, and it's a decent MOSFET. It's a Gate XASR, which by all accounts is a decent MOSFET. It comes with a metal upper and lower receiver, which is always nice. Obviously you've got your metal outer barrel, your metal sights, metal charging handle. Everything on the real M4 that would be metal is metal on this replica. So, you know, that's good for a base start. It's a nice looking rifle. With regard to the hop-up chamber, it's a rotary style hop-up, which I always prefer the rotary style hop-ups. That's a nice touch. Bit of a shame that it doesn't have a functional bolt catch, but that's not the end of the world. It's got a quick release spring. So the quick change spring system is nice. It does make life a lot easier. You could potentially change this in the field if you have the tools with you to take the buffer tube off. It wouldn't be too difficult to do because you can get to the spring at the back just here. Price wise, I think you're getting quite a lot for your money here. $154.99, and I've got a full metal bodied AR. That's one of the key things that I always go for. I've got a MOSFET as standard, so I don't have to solder in a new MOSFET. It's just overall a nice looking rifle. I believe that some of the gearbox components, what they would call pre-upgraded. I know there is an aluminium nozzle on there, double O-ring nozzle. I know that it's a full steel tooth rack on the piston. Again, some of those things I'll look at those when I open the gearbox and get my own opinion on those. But for the externals of the rifle and for what you get in the box, you know, I mean, obviously it's a good deal as far as I can tell. You're getting the full metal rifle, 2 of these magazines, which is a nice touch. You get all this extra paperwork, stickers, lanyard strap, an adapter if you don't happen to have Dean's batteries. If you're using Mini Tamiya batteries, you get the adapter included, which is nice. The packaging that it comes in is nice. Overall, it's just a nice little package. So I mean, at the moment I'm quite impressed. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take this rifle out into a game as soon as we can get back into the games. This will be the next rifle that I use. I'll use it in a few games, and I won't really give you an opinion on how I feel about its performance until I've actually used it in game. With regard to longevity of it, as I say, I don't really know until I use it in the field. But as it stands, you know, it's a good package. You're getting a lot for your money. So I hope that showed you what you get in the contents of a Specna Arms rifle. This is the only Specna Arms that I've purchased so far. I'm impressed with the contents. You get quite a lot of stuff for your money. Get some pre-upgraded components such as the MOSFET, rotary hop-up, and full metal receivers. It seems like a good buy. So what I'll do is I'll leave that there. We've had a look at that. I'll use it in the field when I can get back out, and I'll do another video, maybe showing a bit of gameplay with it so you can get an idea that it has been used in the field. And I'll also give you an idea of how it performs. If I do have to change the spring in it, I'll report back on that and how easy the quick change spring is. And I think at some point I'm going to open this up anyway, so we'll do a video maybe on this particular gearbox. If you've enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you think there's room for improvement, then let me know in the comments. Try and help me out so I can make improvements to my videos. And if you like my series of videos and you've been enjoying them so far, then please subscribe to the channel. I'll be looking to upload a new video on Sunday every week on various subjects. Thanks for stopping by again, and I will see you in the next one.